Hello everyone. This is a program on Pascal, and this is a program of ICT marks, getting the marks for 10 students, and then storing it in an array of marks I. And here also we have defined an array of 0 to 34, but here I just want to put it the loop for 0 to 10. So it holds all the marks of 10 students, and here we, after coming out of the loop of for, it comes to the average and finds the total upon 10. So now here max value is given here, so it is declared over here. So here we have to put one statement, and that is total is tot equal to tot plus uh, marks of I. So this is how it's functioning. I hope we run this and see how it works. And before that, we save, and then we have to have here read key. So let us run. And if I want to enter some marks, so the maximum marks scored is 90, and the average marks is 6.43. So this is how for the 10 um, students the marks has been entered and the average is been calculated, as well as the maximum marks has been selected. So this is how the program is working. So now you can have a look of how this is worked. So this is a program, and for this, how to write programs, uh, and how the explanation behind it is following. Now this word. So to develop programs, you need to know the algorithms and the flow charts, and how to implement it, and write in different languages. And of course, now in grade 11, they are following the Pascal language. And here you have the steps for writing a program. So the first one is step-by-step solving of a problem. In computer is called algorithm. There are many languages in computer which follows um, imperative paradigm, imperative paradigm, and declarative paradigm. Declarative paradigm is where, in a nutshell, where we can say that it's a direct approach towards a program, and there is no procedures, functions, or any other steps which is being written behind is been encapsulated, and only the direct approach is done in the declarative paradigm. Whereas in the imperative paradigm, all the details, the methods, the functions, procedures, everything is being written step by step and to achieve the output. So this is a step by step process of getting the output. So here the difference between declarative paradigm and imperative paradigm is being explained, and there are many types of languages, high level languages, which are being converted to machine language, and by means of compilers and interpreters. The compilers are compile the program, the whole set of program, and then it will read the errors, and if any syntax errors are there, it will be highlighted. But whereas the interpreter, it will compile the program line by line, and once the enter key is pressed, the line is being executed and it is compiled and converted to machine language. And if any syntax error comes, it has been uh, checked, and it is the alert messages are appearing on the screen. So here you have the flow chart. So the flow chart is oval shape is for starting and ending of the flow chart, and processing is done in the rectangle shape, and the flow of the chart is given by means of the lines, and the input output is in the parallelogram shape, and decision box is in the diamond shape. So in the programming aspect, you have to know that there are three types of flowcharts which usually is being done. First one is selection. Selection is where you use the decision box whether uh, it is yes or no. So you should know that. So start is being given in the form of oval shape. Input any number. Find the remainder when the number is divided by 2. Is the remainder is 0, then it is an even number. If it is yes, it is an even number. If it is no, it is an odd number. So you should write n over here and e for the even number and n for the odd number if it is no. So this is a flow chart where you have to find the remainder and then find whether the number is divisible by 2 or not. So if it is divisible by 2, then it is even, otherwise it is odd. Then finally you end the program by the oval shape. Now again another one is of repetition. So this is of selection and this is of repetition. So here we have the total numbers to be generated once it reaches the 10. So 10 number 10, that is starting from 1 to 10, the iteration is to be done for 10 times. So the total is being calculated, and then once it reaches 10 it will come out of the program. And here, so now here if it is for 10 times, it will be following the loop. So this is a loop. So if this is no, if the in the decision, suppose if the iteration is getting ended, then it will come out and it will output the total and stop. Otherwise it will go and again get the number. So this loop will be done 10 times, which is being which we can write it over here. So let us take that here. Then write it here. uh, so you have to have an iteration box. So let us take CTR is greater than 10, then you have to output the total. And here you should have your you should have a box, a processing box. Then take the cursor, and here if it is, here you have to CTR equals CTR plus, or is getting incremented, and then if this condition is not satisfying, then it will go here. So you have to write here no. So the condition is not satisfying. Suppose if this condition is satisfying, here it is yes. Yes. So it output the total. And now here there should be one more uh, box which I put it here, and here the CTR will be 0. CTR initializing it to CTR is equal to no. Before this, no, better that we undo this instead of this. Undo. So now here we can write CTR equal to 0. So now this condition is satisfied until the counter is reaching 10. So once it reaches 10, then it will show the output of the total. Otherwise the total is getting added to the variable total, and n is the number which you get it from the user. So if, this loop will be generated for 10 times. So this is how it works. So if we check it here, this is how it is, the flow chart is. Now this is for iteration. Then is repetition. This is repetition or repetition, it is called as. So these are the three types of concepts in flowcharts, that is selection, iteration, repetition, and sequence. So in the sequence you have steps, that is these are just steps which is not having any decision or any iteration. So it just has only steps. So start, input the radius of the circle, calculate the area of the circle, output the area of the circle, and stop it. So this is another flowchart which is indicating the sequence. So these are the concepts behind of different ways of implying the flowcharts, and I hope you will be benefited by this, and try to do as well as flowcharts as much you get the problems to be solved. Thank you.